Hey Rocco, you like Tommy Bolin?
Yeah, I love Tommy Bolin.
What's up, everybody? This is Jeremy versus Jazz, and you're watching Guitars Freaking Hard. Welcome to my repost of part 2 in my series on Tommy Bolin's incredible guitar playing off of Billy Cobham's classic fusion album Spectrum, specifically the must-know tune, Red Baron. Why is it a repost? Well, I accidentally deleted about 1.5 years worth of content, including all 4 in a series of Tommy Bolin videos that I spent months on. Luckily, my buddy, friend of the channel, Martin in Switzerland, had the first 3 downloaded to his desktop, so I was able to get those back. Now, if you love Tommy Bolin as much as I do, check out part 1 in the series, where I get into a little history of the session, some of Tommy's influences, and some of my gear and my process to try to recreate Tommy's incredible Strat tone, which I totally probably failed at. Not to mention this incredible backing track. And then I'm gonna repost part 3, thank you Martin, where I'm gonna show you how to play the head to Red Baron the right way. So stay tuned for that. Now, there was supposed to be a part 4 in the series where I taught Tommy's iconic guitar solo note for note. Unfortunately, that was lost forever.
Dude, teach the intro.
Stop the presses. Here's a couple pro tips.
After much hand-wringing, I've decided that it's actually not position 4 for the funky intro, it's position 5. And make sure you're palm muting a little bit to get that funky staccato sound. Dude, shut the up and teach the intro.
So let's focus on that first little figure. This is what I hear. It's a pickup or a ghost on the D note, and then 2 staccato G notes, and 1 in. To me, I think of the first section of this whole intro as just the little pickup figure. That's it. The second section is this lick 4 times. F, D, G, G. And on the 4th time, it goes to the B flat. F, D, G, B flat. So once Tommy adds that B flat in, that moves us to the next section, which is going to feature that B flat note throughout. It's a phrase that alternates between resolving to the F and the B flat, and we play it 7 times back and forth. And on the 8th time, we play the double stop figure I mentioned earlier. Let's talk about what's going on there. I'm not sure I'm doing this double stop correctly because what I'm playing is a 3rd E to G, then a single note F, plucking it, then jumping down to the B flat at the 3rd fret, to double G's at the 5th fret. However, in the making of this video, and we're gonna see in chapter 3 for the head, where I'm using 3 different transcriptions and kind of comparing them and taking some stuff from each. The one transcription I could not find was from a column and guitar player a long time ago in the 90s. I think it was called You're Playing It Wrong, and they would take famous shit and show you exact transcriptions of how to do it right, because so many people were using tabs and playing shit all wrong and stuff. And I think the transcription was done by Jesse Gress, so you know it was accurate. That dude was a badass. And they did some stuff from Red Baron. They didn't do all of it. They did like a little bit of the head and then a few lines from the solo, and it was all pretty accurate. Well, I couldn't find any of it until now. I found page 3. I found 1 page of it. It was buried in my files of all my other sheet music and old music books. It's not online anymore. It's gone. Completely gone. This 1 page is all that's left, but it has a few golden nuggets of musical data that we're gonna mine. For this lesson, we're specifically looking at this little bar right here. And what this figure is the riff that Jan plays that sets up Tommy's solo. So Tommy's solo starts with, and if you listen to the record, you'll hear Jan go, and those are 6 intervals. Then he hits a G7 on the downbeat at the top of the form, and we start Tommy's solo. Check it out, let's listen to it together. This is slowed down 10%. But this series of 6 intervals is also what our little double stop figure is based on in the middle of the funky intro that we're talking about. And Tommy and Jan play a version of it together, although they do it differently from each other.
I'm gonna play along to just a little chunk of the original recording.
At regular speed.
Please don't copyright strike me, YouTube, I beg of you.
I mean, that does sound pretty accurate. Here's what I did to the Frank Briggs backing track to compare. So instead of playing a 6th, I played a 3rd, the E to the G. That's a 3rd apart. 1, 2, 3. And I didn't play the 2nd double stop. I've always heard Tommy just hitting 1 double stop. That's probably wrong. I think the Jesse Gress transcription is right, but it doesn't sound bad when you combine them. Check it out. I guess I kind of imagine Jan Hammer playing it the way it was probably written.
Actually, I'm pretty sure Jan probably did the charts. There's even talk that he played Tommy's guitar solos with a guitar sound on his synthesizers. I don't subscribe to that at all.
You know, and Tommy looked at the chart and was like, yeah, I don't really read music. How's it go? And Jan probably played it down for him, perhaps doing what this Jesse Gress transcription is and playing a little more polite. And he just Tommyized it. That's how I like to think the session went down. Let's listen to the actual recording just for that double stop section so you can hear the difference between what Jan Hammer is doing and what Tommy's doing. I'm gonna tweak the speed just a little so I don't get a copyright strike, but the pitch will be the same, FYI. Check it out. I swear, I'm hearing both things. I'm hearing this Jesse Gress transcription, and I feel like in between that, if you listen closely now, even if he's playing the first dyad as 6 rather than 3rds, so here's what I did. That's what I mixed in with. But even if Tommy's going, even if he's playing that first one as a 6th, so the 3rd of G, the B natural, and the root, I still hear him nailing that F. By working that F really hard and plucking it, sounds like he's plucking it, just makes his part stand out. Check it out again. Right? Now here I'm gonna play it as written in the Jesse Gress transcription. Of course, the B flat to the double G's, that's not even in the transcription. This transcription is for the end of the head right before Tommy's solo. But like I said earlier, it's the same type of thing they play in the middle of this funky intro that we're talking about. But I never found a transcription for that. So when I found this one, I was like, holy crap, that's the same thing. It's just a little different. Tommy adds in the B to the double G's. And that led me down this whole rabbit hole of the difference between what I thought it was, which was the 3rd, right? The double stop of the E and the G to the F to the B flat to the double Gs. And then when I saw this, I was like, well, that sounds really good too, but what about this? It's always about combining what you're hearing and what you're seeing on a transcription. They both sound good to me.
So, dealer's choice on that one. I think we can all agree that we've exhausted all the possibilities regarding this double stop lick. Can we move on now?
Yes, we can, and yes, we are. So after the double stop lick, Tommy plays the D, G, F, G, F, G, B flat, D, G, F, G, F, G, F, pair of licks one more time. Then he does something really cool.
Wait for it.
He kind of lays back and fucks with the time before he hits that. It's such a simple and beautiful way to kind of set up the beginning of the head. All right, let's review the whole intro section with everything we just talked about. Check it out. So badass. It's just a few notes recombined over and over again. For me, it was hard to memorize all those licks because they were so similar to one another, but there's subtle little differences. That's why I broke it up into sections. Anyhow, in my opinion, that opening, you should learn that and play that, and that, to me, it's part of the head. Kind of like what I said about Billy's bounce, about the solo in the head. To me, this intro is part of the head, and I think you should quote the solo. When you look at transcriptions, it just says vamp over the beginning of this, and most people just, in my opinion, just jerk off over the beginning of this tune. Man, Tommy Bolin canonized those simple little funky riffs, and I kind of feel like you gotta honor the tune, and then you can blow over it. God, making these videos is a freaking pain. Hey, well, so that's the end of part 2, the funky intro. Bust it out at your next jam session or gig or whatever, and if there's any Tommy freaks in the house, they're gonna know what you're doing and they're gonna buy you a drink, guaranteed. Love you guys. Likey-subby. Stay tuned for part 3, the head. Peace out.